Sugar mills throughout the world are industrial enterprises which suffer from many of the same repair and maintenance problems as those encountered in other industries. Many of the pieces of equipment in these mills are subject to chemical attack, erosion-corrosion, mechanical damage, and overall wear and tear. The ability to utilize and implement polymer-based repair products offers an effective and adequate alternative to the required upkeep of a plant. Belzona not only offers such products, but also provides the required procedures and step-by-step instructions on how to carry out these repairs. Belzona was founded in 1952 and has its European headquarters in Harrogate, Yorkshire, in the UK, and its American headquarters is in Miami, Florida. Harrogate is the home of Belzona's Research and Development Department and Manufacturing Plant, while Miami is home of our Marketing Department. Throughout its existence, Belzona has been known as the leading manufacturer of polymer-based products. Our highly experienced chemists continually incorporate high-quality raw materials in the design and formulation of all our products. In an effort to maintain such high standards, all of the Belzona products are manufactured under ISO 9002 guidelines. Belzona manufactures a range of repair materials covering all areas within the maintenance field, whether it be for repairing or protecting metal components, rubber components, insulation and roofing systems, concrete repair, or steel protection. Most people know Belzona for only one or two application areas. These could be a leaking pipe repair over either a metal substrate, plastic pipe work, or rapid concrete patch repairs for floors. However, Belzona is a whole lot more than just emergency repairs. Take for instance this application in an Australian sugar plant. A local Belzona consultant was called in to inspect a problem with corrosion of the sealing faces of the sugar juice heater. The Belzona consultant recommended a forming technique to rebuild the sealing faces in situ. The application went ahead and was a complete success. As can be seen, after 1 year in service, the Belzona was not affected by the hot sugar juice. The mill was so pleased with the application that the repair technique has now been written into the mill's repair procedure for this piece of equipment. Both beet and sugarcane processing, apart from their raw material stage, share the same or similar process equipment. Most of the problems associated within the sugar industry fall into one of these areas: abrasion damage, chemical attack, erosion damage, corrosion damage. Let's look at some of the problem areas directly associated with these types of equipment. With this in mind, Belzona products lend themselves to a number of otherwise costly repairs. Damaged shafts can be rebuilt in situ with tailor-made split formers, as can be seen in this application on a sugar beet slicer shaft. This can save hours of downtime. Most of the Belzona metals are also fully machinable, and therefore lend themselves to being used to rebuild damaged areas on shafts and machine back to their correct size. In this case, on a vacuum pump rotor, the shaft has been damaged due to the over-tightening of the gland follower and the packing running on the shaft. The repair was carried out using a self-lubricating Belzona repair metal. This has the advantage of allowing the packing to run on the shaft without damaging it, even if it gets over-tightened. This particular shaft has been in service now for over 3 years without any wear being observed. As you are now aware, Belzona materials are only limited by the user's imagination and ingenuity. On this rotary filter drum, the sealing face on the rotary valve had corroded, thus making the operation of the valve inefficient. The conventional repair would have been to do the machining in place, a very costly exercise in both downtime and money. The Belzona consultant recommended a forming technique once again, which after preparation resulted in a quick and effective repair. The valve is now protected from any further corrosion due to Belzona's excellent corrosion resistance. Conveyor belts can cause the maintenance engineer a number of problems. Belt slippage, especially on belts operating outdoors, and mechanical damage being just two problem areas. Both can be addressed with Belzona products. A non-slip coating can be applied in situ without the necessity to remove the belt or the head drum, therefore stopping slippage and tracking problems on the belt. Mechanical damage to the surface of the belt can be repaired easily and quickly, negating the need to bring in specialized contractors and their vulcanizing equipment. Belzona elastomers are very versatile and lend themselves to a number of applications, as can be seen here. A hatch seal on this sugar centrifuge wasn't operating correctly due to distortion. An exact hatch seal was fashioned with Belzona elastomers, thus avoiding any further leakage of sugar from the centrifuge. Beet handler pumps are normally manufactured out of specially hardened materials due to the abrasive nature of the beet, stones, and grit which pass through the pumps during their normal duty. These pumps will eventually wear. To combat this wear and abrasion and subsequent failure of the pump, a sacrificial Belzona abrasion-resistant coating has been applied. Obviously, it is more cost-effective to recoat the pump than to replace the pump casing. Screw conveyors can also benefit from the same treatment. Hard-faced welding has been used on these screw conveyors and was found to last approximately 1 year in service. Belzona extended this to 3 years in service by the application of a Belzona abrasion-resistant system. Sugar beet slicing machines in service suffer greatly from abrasion damage. In this slicing machine at a UK sugar plant, the sugar beet and grit had become trapped between the knife block and the machine casing, causing a great deal of wear. The traditional repair was to stainless steel weld and grind back to size. This was found to be time-consuming and expensive. Within 2 hours, the Belzona wear-resistant solution was applied without the need for grinding back, saving once again time and money. At another sugar plant in the UK, beet slicer bodies had been worn up to 15 millimeters in some places. The manufacturer had deemed the beet slicers as beyond repair, but had recommended that the sugar company contact Belzona. The local Belzona consultant recommended using a Belzona wear-resistant screeding material to rebuild the casing. This application has been so successful that it has now been adopted for all repairs to this type of beet slicer. Moving on to problems as a result of chemical attack. It is well known that sugar juice is a very aggressive chemical and attacks concrete even in very dilute amounts. This can cause not only a hygiene problem, but a slip hazard. Belzona has a number of chemical-resistant rebuilding and coating grades of material to combat this type of attack, but it must be pointed out that preparation of the substrate is paramount in ensuring the success of any application. As we all know, the sugar industry pumps everything, whether it be the raw sugar juice to the heaters or cooling waters to the factory power station. Pumps are everywhere. Belzona has offered for many years repair solutions and protective coatings for pumps and has developed a wide range of coatings to combat nearly every wear situation. Working with major pump companies such as Sulzer, Dresser, and SPP, we have developed systems to combat abrasion, as can be seen in these beet wash pumps. A low suction head and a badly designed piping system had caused this cooling water pump to cavitate. This caused the pump impellers to fail yearly. Belzona repaired the pump's impellers at a fraction of the cost of new impellers and reduced the cavitation damage to a manageable time span. And finally, an area we have been involved with for many years is the repair and refurbishment of vacuum pumps. Vacuum pumps suffer from all areas of the erosion-corrosion cycle. Refurbishment of these components conventionally is always expensive. Belzona has application techniques to cover all the wear areas in this equipment, whether it be the vacuum pump rotors, the end covers, the cones, the casings. They can all be repaired and rectified using Belzona. What makes Belzona different? It's our know-how. Belzona has repair solutions for all the following areas and many, many more. But having know-how is not enough. You also have to have an organization to back it up. Belzona is represented in more than 100 countries with over 120 Belzona distributors worldwide. This representation is no good unless you have the service to back it up. The local consultant is there to support you in your workshops on site 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Belzona believes in giving its distributors and consultants full engineering support. Our engineers are there to give customer training, contractor training, application and product development. I hope you can see that Belzona is not just a product, it is a complete service to its customers. And we hope that by using Belzona, we can help save you both time, money, and inconvenience. So how can Belzona help you today?